turn on more lights. All right, hello, I'm on my very grainy laptop computer, but I'm doing a little late night crafting and thought I would see if anyone's here. So I have a bunch of decor. I'm kind of using some new colors this year. I'm incorporating like an aqua and a muted orange into my fall decor. And so I have a lot of things that don't really go with that. I mean, these are just from the Dollar Tree in years past. So they're not worth anything or valuable or anything. So I just wanted to kind of reuse things that I already had. And it's easy enough to do if you have a little paint. I'm going to be using white chalk paint blended with different colors. That's just a nice, base to use. And then you can kind of make it into any color that you want it to be. So that's what I'm going to do. And I thought I'd hang out and chat. So I don't know who's up this late, but I am. And I probably will be for a little while. I need to do some, I also do reselling on my other channel. And so I need to do some stuff with my reselling. I need to do some invoicing and, so sending out invoices and packaging packages and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do later, but let's see, I'm in Central Time and it's 10 of 10 here. So we will go ahead. So I have my white chalk paint poured out already, and I'm going to tint it with some, I think I'm going to start with aqua. So I got this color. This is from my stash. I just organized all my craft paints. I have a ton of acrylic paints. So I just organized them all. And so I'm going to tint my white chalk paint with this, and that'll enable me to more easily paint a shiny surface because I'm not going to rough it up or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and tint it and then, change the color of these pumpkins so that I don't have to get new ones. I can just use the things I have. So this is a really pretty color though. Really like it. Whoa, don't want to dump it on the computer. That would be really bad. So I'm just tinting it. Not tinting it really. It's more like I'm blending the two paints together because I really want to get that chalk paint base in there. And actually that's a little more green than I was expecting. Well, I didn't bring any blue. I did not bring any blue. Hi, you all. How are you? Maria. That perfume bottle, Maria watches my other channel. The perfume bottle you asked me about did not say the name that you were asking about. It was a different name. So, oh, good, Kara. Did everything arrive in one piece, Kara? I'm always so paranoid. I had my first reseller fail where something arrived to someone broken. I swear, she sent me pictures. It looked like they backed a truck over the thing. Like, she said, like, it was just so crushed. So I've been writing on the boxes now, like, hi, Polly. I've been writing on the boxes, please don't crush things. But it's like, hello, Robin. You just want stuff to like get to places in one piece. Because, especially from live sales and stuff, people get really excited. Oh, yes, Mama J. People get excited to win things on live sales. And then if it shows up to them like all crushed, it's terrible. So anyway, so this is my first pumpkin. I really want it to be more blue, but it's going to turn out a little, wow, that's like shockingly, that's bright. That's real bright. I don't know. Well, we're just going to go with it. I can always, you know what I can do? If I don't like the brightness of the color when I'm done, I can always antique it a little bit. But I'm super cheap. I don't want to have to buy a bunch of pumpkins if I have pumpkins. So that's why I decided to do this. Don't say anything embarrassing. I'm crafting live. Molly just came through. Oh, good. Oh, I haven't been on Instagram much today. I'm so glad. So Kara, this ranch wife life, she bought something from me. It was this turtle that looks like, it's a tape dispenser, but it looks like a turtle or a snail. I thought it was a snail. Everyone else thought it was a turtle. Either way, he was very cute, and I'm glad he arrived to you in one piece. You're a ranch and farmer wife too. What do you raise on your, so does because ranching is like, is it just cattle? Is that word only used for cattle? I do not know. I sound like such a city girl. Or can you have a ranch that does other things? I guess you can have a horse ranch, right? Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Donna. Oh, it's fun. You guys are up. You are the late night. Yeah, Kim, I decided to jump on. I need to get some more minutes on my DIY channel. My DIY channel has been a little neglected of late. So there's horses, sheep, and goats. Okay. And you rate, oh, Black Angus cattle. That's the kind of beef I like to eat. Is that terrible to say that? I guess that's what you raise them for, right? But Black Angus beef, man, that's good stuff. You're always up late, Mama. Yeah. Oh, it'll wind up being both, Robin. I'm painting on like a shopping bag, a brown shopping bag. Usually I cover the whole surface. I'm a very messy crafter. Like it drives some people crazy, I'm sure. And I never have nice fingernails. Like there's like a lot of the DIY ladies, they have really nice fingernails so that in their videos, I'm like, you know what? I can't manage that. I'm not a nice nail kind of girl. So if you don't like to watch me craft with ugly fingernails, it's just going to have to be how it is. Oh, thank you, Maria. Those are Maddie's balloons. If you didn't get to check it out on my home and garden channel, we celebrated Maddie's 21st birthday this weekend. So that's what my balloons behind me are from. We've been so busy, guys. Are you, Kim? And I'm sorry if it's grainy. It's just because this is my crummy laptop and I don't have a good camera on it. So hopefully you can see and hear me well enough. But we've been so busy. We're setting up the, okay, you saw it, Maria, thanks. We've been setting up the garage as like, we call it the G-Rage. I had a friend who had a garage set up as like living space and she called it her G-Rage. And so that's what we've been calling it. But we set up our garage just as an extra space that we can use. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Annette. I hope you're doing well. So we can, I live in Minnesota. It's going to be cold by like November, but with heaters out there, we think they'll be able to use the garage into December. That's what we're hoping. So we have like a futon out there and, I have my shipping area out there where I prep packages to ship out. And then Hannah's going to have a dance floor out there for, cause she's a dancer. So we've been working really hard to like completely clear out the garage, except for like, we have storage in there. That's our only storage space because we don't have a basement. But that's what we've just been so busy doing that. Your throw from, oh, my throw was from Walmart, $9.97. Like that was so cheap. I mean, so cheap. And it's so soft. So you left it. I don't love Facebook. I will tell you all. Facebook's not my favorite. We are really cramped, Kim. So we bought this house back in 2017 and we bought it with the, the knowledge that we had 2 kids leaving the nest, essentially. We were expecting that 2 would be gone. And we were like, well, this is a good house for, 4 people. We're making the most of it. We lived in our house in New Jersey was only 940 square feet. And then our first house in Minnesota was bigger, but then our second house, we've lived in 3 houses in Minnesota. Our second house in Minnesota was actually it was like 1,200 square feet. And so we're not foreign, like we're not strangers to living in small spaces. So we're making the most of it, but the garage is really going to help. Like I did my work day out there today. I have like a table set up. Like I told you, I have my shipping table out there. And so I just sat out there the whole day and I'm really struggling with opening this paint and I really want to go at it with my teeth, but I won't do that here live because that would be tacky. Okay. I got it open. Hello in Nova Scotia. Thank you, Jay Weeks. Yes, Kim, I agree. Facebook, everyone feels like they can yell. I feel like Facebook is a place where people yell at each other, especially in like a political year. And I'm just like, no. I do not have room for that. amount of yelling in my life. So, oh, Alexa's giving me reminders. Oh, she's giving Maddie reminders to check the guinea pigs. We have Alexa in our house, which sort of freaks me out because I feel like, what are they listening to? But, oh, I believe you, Mama Jay. Sorry, Alexa is still talking. She's reminding Maddie to feed the guinea pigs. Mama Jay, I believe you that Facebook must be very negative right now. As soon as I went back on when the pandemic first started, just because it was a way to connect. And then once people got back in their groove and everyone got used to being at home, I'm mixing another color. So if you missed the beginning, I mix my paint with a little bit of white chalk paint, and that enables me to have a chalk paint that's not just white. So it's I mix white chalk paint with whatever color I want to use. And then it gives the paint adheres much better if you do that. So you don't have to buy all these tinted colors of chalk paint because that can get expensive. So anyway, I just, once people got used to being at home, they got really negative on Facebook again. And so I was like, nope, see ya. I don't have time for this. I don't have the energy to listen to everyone yell at everyone else. I have friends on all sides of every argument. So I'm I'm not going to listen to the arguing. You all can take care of that. And I'm going to be over here living my peaceful life without Facebook in it. I have heard that Nova Scotia is quite gorgeous. Oh, you're one person in 1,100 square feet. Right, Kim? Yes. So when we lived in our 1,200 square foot home, we had all three girls in one room. So that was tight. And then Gabe was the king. He had his own bedroom. And then Chris and I had a room. And that was it. There was a living room. It was a living room, dining room, kitchen. That was probably the distance. You guys have seen my home tours. It was probably, the kitchen was here, and to the end of my current living room was probably the end of that living room. So it was just kitchen, dining, living all in a row, and it was very close together. But we did it, and we lived there for 6 years. And I think that actually prepared us to live in this current situation, all together all the time. People are do you really get along? We actually really do, because we learned how to get along. If you live in a small place, you learn to survive, and so we learned how to get along, and not just get along, but excuse ourselves from a situation if things got when the kids really get to me, I go somewhere else. I don't sit there and just feel mad or something. I just excuse myself to another room. So you kind of learn how to navigate the crowded household thing. Just started a political Facebook group. Oh, those are weird. No. In Minnesota, we don't talk about politics and we don't talk about religion. In public forums, you just don't do it. I could tell I'm really grainy, guys. I'm sorry. I will try Gabe has a camera. I'll try that next time. So my apologies that I'm so grainy. I can tell. And there's there's not really any other light. This camera does not do well when the lighting is bad. So this will not be the camera I will be using for my live sale. I hope you all will come on Thursday. It's going to be great. I'm super excited. I'm getting all my stuff ready. I really need to have 12 live sales because I have so much stuff now that we went through the garage. I need to get rid of it all. I really had to whittle down my collections, and figure out what I'm really into, which I will tell you is thermoses, angels, the little 1950s angels, flower frogs, and vintage Christmas. Those are things I have trouble letting go of. You live in a 2-bedroom 1940s home along with 3 other humans and 2 bunnies. Oh, that's so funny. So Annette, you go on Facebook, you just scroll past. I'm going to just scroll up, guys. I don't want to miss any of your comments. Stressful, yeah. Oh, you did, Annette? You saw Maddie's top? That's so funny. Polly, I love that. I go get one. Seriously. There was another one too. There was the one that I got at Walmart, which is the aqua with the bears on it. And then there was another one that was more traditional. I think it was cream with sunflowers. but that was beautiful too. And they were both so soft. I mean, for $10, if you use it for a year, like if I'm like, oh, why did I ever have these colors? That's why I'm like redoing some of my decor, because I'm definitely using non-traditional colors this year. So if I'm tired of them by next year, that's fine. I really haven't spent a lot. I've probably spent like, with that throw blanket and the 2 plates that I bought, I probably spent like $30. Thank you, Polly. I'm really enjoying them. I haven't been making, I'm just trying to get my decor up because I'm doing a home tour. Robin Johnson is hosting a home tour. So this is just the first coat, guys. I will go back and do another. It's going to take a few coats just because of the surface that I'm painting on, because I'm painting on this like shiny pumpkin. So it's going to take a few coats, but I think it'll look good when they're done. I also have some, I have some of these. Well, that one I might not paint. That one might stay. But I have like, this definitely doesn't go with what I'm doing this year. So I'm going to paint this one. This is also, I think this was Dollar Tree or Michael's. I don't know. I don't remember. How's the weather? Oh, Kara, it's getting cooler and that's the way it is. So usually in normal times we have, hi, Michelle. Hi, Penny. Yes, Penny, I'm so excited for my live sale. But usually in Minnesota, we have the Minnesota State Fair. And that like would be ending probably this weekend, I think, if it were like regular times. And then the kids all go back to school. But we didn't have the fair. But what we always laugh because the weather just like turn as soon as the fair is over, like you'll sweat and sweat and sweat at the state fair. And then as soon as it's done, like it's like, oh, it's fall and the weather just turns. So it's actually kind of turning a little bit. Like we've already had, like this morning, it was cool out. It was like in the 60s and even during the day, I think it was like upper 70s. So it's definitely like starting to come down. So, which I don't mind at all. Hi, Carrie. Yes, I'm glad you got to say hello. Hi, Christina. So in case you're just joining us, I was just here doing craft. I'm updating some of my fall decor because I'm switching my colors this year. So I didn't want to go out because I'm doing weird color. I mean, I call them weird, different, non-traditional colors. I didn't want to go buy a bunch of stuff in case I next year decide that I don't like these colors anymore. But I have a bunch of things that like don't really match. So I'm just like updating them with some paint, a little bit of paint. It's nice and cheap. I didn't even have to buy the paint. I already had it. So that's what I'm doing here. And I thought I'd hang out while I do it. So you have a festival. Yeah, right? Yes, it's like the festivals end and then, okay, we're in it. It's fall time now, So Chris and I always laugh because it's like a switch turns, and then it's just cold. But Maddie is dreading the winter. I don't know. I have no feelings about, like, usually I'm not super into winter, but I don't know. I think the pandemic like took all of my negative feelings away. I'm just like, you know what? I just want to be alive and healthy and everyone I know to be alive and healthy. And if it's cold, I'll deal with it. I don't know. It's kind of giving me some perspective on like what's important. But I'm not generally a fan of winter, but we're going to make the most of it this year. We said we're going to go snowshoeing, which we've never done. And we're going to do tubing. If you guys are not familiar, you can go snow tubing. Basically, there's big hills around here and you slide down the hill in a big inner tube, basically. It's really fun. So we're going to do that. The kids love to do that. We've done that with them. We're going to go ice skating because you can go ice skating on the lakes. So we're going to make the most of winter. Yes, I'm so excited. We're excited for apple picking. Michelle, very excited. The apples are starting to be ready here. So we're going to go in the next few weeks. I'll probably do a vlog about it, but we have an apple here called a Honeycrisp apple and it's delicious. We didn't have those in New Jersey. I don't know if they like grow other places, but Minnesota is the first place that I had them and I love them so much. And they're also Molly's favorite. So we're going to see when those are picking and then go pick some Honeycrisp. Yeah, I believe you, Maria. Maria, are you safe from the fires? I mean, I know it's not the whole state. I don't know where you are exactly, but hopefully you're safe from all of that. Hi, Doug. Well, thanks for jumping in. Come to my sale on Thursday, Doug. Thursday, 6:30 Central. Right? Annette, where do you live in North Carolina? Is that right? Angela, right? They're so good. I never had them till I moved here. I don't know. And in New Jersey, I like Macintosh. Also, a lot of people don't like those. They're kind of, I guess they're a little mealy, not mealy, but they're not as like crisp. So like Chris doesn't like those as much, but I really like them. South Carolina. Okay. And so you have Honeycrisp apples there. Are they grown there or are they just like shipped in? Do you know? Hi, Mary. Oh, good. Yes. I'm so sorry that I was so delayed on sending out those cards. I'm sending out cards for friend mail instead, guys, because I was getting a lot of friend mail and I can't make videos. Like with work has been really picking up. I just don't have the time to do all those videos. So I was like, you know what? If I just send cards, then people will know that I received their packages. So I do apologize that I was delayed. It's just been a little chaotic lately. Ooh, this is not done yet. This is not dry yet. I tried to put a second coat on before it was completely dry. Don't do that. It's not a good idea. Okay, so I have this. I know, I like this. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say it's pretty and I shouldn't paint it. And I agree it's pretty. I used it in my decor last year, but it's very fall and it's not worth anything. It's just like it was like a floral, like an FT. What is that? FTD or something? Hello. Yeah, hello. I'm live. Don't say anything embarrassing. Hi. I'm just crafting live. We'll be right there. Did you have fun? Gabe just got home. He went out with it was his girlfriend, but she's going away to college, so they've decided to. I don't really understand what's happening exactly. Are you just? Yeah, we're live, so don't say don't say anything that you don't want the interwebs to know. It was fun. We got ice cream. Wait, tell them. Okay, so let's update the ladies and men. Any men who are here too. Update. So you had a girlfriend for how many months? 5 months. Okay. Had a girlfriend. We love her. She's lovely. But she's a year older. She's an older woman. How many people are watching this? 65, 68. Oh, 68 people. Okay. It's someone that knows your people. It's okay. Maybe they do. Okay, so go ahead. Tell them the story. The story. Not the whole story. Give them the summary statements. Yeah, well, we broke up and then we decided that's lame because we like each other. So we're just like hanging out till last week before she goes to college. Okay. And then when she goes to college, we're going to be friends. And then when she gets back, we'll see what happens. You're just going to wait and see. Yes, so, it's a very mature. And I look like this. You're lovely, Maddie. Maddie was just playing video games for a very long time. These two, you always wonder about the conflicts in our house. That's really the only one. They conflict about who gets to use the computer. Okay, but here's the thing. I was on a winning streak, okay? I was killing the game, man. Was doing really well. So that's the conflict that happens here in our house. It's tonight. Yes. There was a baseball game going on. Okay, where? Oh, don't tell me where. Let's not give locations. In town, in the local. Okay, town. There was a baseball game. Yes. Okay. And you went to it? Mm-hmm. And that was fun? Yeah, I went to a parking meter for the first time. Good job. Did you figure it out? I mean, yeah, you just kind of pop in the coins and then they're like 3 hour parking. She wanted to like not pay because she says she does it all the time, but we passed a cop on the way to the parking spot and I was like, no, definitely don't. No, not worth the ticket if you happen to be the one that gets caught. Yeah. All right. Yes, we're totally discussing his love life. I'm just going to scroll up to see what I missed. When you're online with the video games, don't be loud. No yelling. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm just going to scroll up and see what I missed. Pink lady apples. Oh, those are good. Oh, I love peaches. Now that is something I miss, Mary West. We do not have peaches. Don't grow here as far as I know. And so in New Jersey, we would always go peach picking. And I remember I used to get like a little rash from the fuzziness of the peaches, but that is not something we have here. So we buy Colorado peaches and Georgia peaches. That's what we look for in the stores. So, all right. Hi, Anne Marie. Yes, this is not a big complex craft. I'm just updating some of my fall decor because I was telling everyone here I'm incorporating some new colors and I didn't want to like get all new things. So I decided to just update. So it's not something I really make a full-on DIY video about, but I thought, well, I could do it here with you guys while we chit chat. Yes. Thank you, Polly. That is very sweet. I don't know where Maddie went off to, but she's going to be at the live sale. Oh, sorry, that was loud. So I'm just popping the flowers out, and I'm going to paint this and No one's going to be sad about it because it's not valuable. It's not vintage. And I see these in the thrift store. See, I bought it at the thrift store. This is from Goodwill, $2.99. I've seen it again even since then. So I'm going to paint it to fit my decor now. And then I can always change my mind, you know, later if I want to. So, okay. So on this one, I think I'm going to keep the, black here will be white, and then I can sand it. And it'll show the, like, you know, the antiqueness through it. And then I'm going to do this in that same, like, aqua blue color. So let me see, where'd my brush go? I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to do the darker color, the more colorful color first. And then I will go back and do the white. Palisade Peaches. Gabe, they think you sound very mature.
They think I sound mature?
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Gabe, you know, for a 17, almost 18-year-old boy, I think Gabe is very mature. I really do. I appreciate who Gabe is.
I own stock.
He does own stock. He invests his money. So he has a job. We won't tell you where. Don't say where you work. Just in case, you know, there's weird people on the internet. Not you guys, but there are weirdos. And so I'm just painting. So he has a job, and every week when he gets paid, he puts a good amount of his money into stock. So he's building the empire. Right, Gabe?
The North Jordan Empire?
That's right.
Yes.
So he can take care of me when I'm old.
My mother is alive.
All right, so I've got one side. This will take probably at least 2 coats. But again, I've got my mix of chalk paint and the aqua color. It's actually going on really well. So I'm just doing the more colorful color first, and then I'll go back and do the white. I don't know if that's like good practice or not, but that's what I decided to do. So, all right. Yes, I agree, Mary. And then, you know, it's not just for fall. I could actually, because this color goes with my house. Whoops, I got my brush is shedding. That's why you should buy better brushes than I buy, but that's okay. Then I can, you know, I'll be able to slip because I'm going to redo the flowers. I'm not going to do that here tonight because that takes a little more like concentration. But I'm going to redo the flowers, but then you saw how easy the flower foam pulled out. So I'll be able to pull it out and, you know, put other stuff in it or put a different arrangement in it for a different season. This would be gorgeous in spring, I think. So is anyone else doing something different with their fall decor this year? Are you going traditional? Or are you going, I know a lot of people like neutrals. I'm just curious, what's everyone doing? Do you decorate for fall? Maybe you don't even decorate for fall. Chalk paint with the blue paint. Yes, Polly. So I have this big like amount of white paint. Sorry, it got like a little something in it from the floral arrangement. But so basically I put my acrylic paint down, and then I take a big blob of the white paint and I mix it all together, and that makes the acrylic paint more like a chalk paint. And then if you need more color, you can add more acrylic again. But it just helps it to stick better rather over just like regular acrylic paint. Especially on this, it would probably be fine. But on the shiny pumpkins, you know, you need a little bit more adhesion. So chalk paint sticks really well to everything. But, you know, I don't want to. Chalk paint is expensive. Like they have caught on that everyone wants chalk paint because it has gotten so expensive. And I don't want to buy chalk paint in a million different colors. So I always just, you know, kind of tint it with the acrylic paint, and it really works fine. You know, we didn't have chalk paint for a long time. Like, what did we do then? Okay, I'm reading your responses. Oh, Smitty Smith. Oh, nice. His name is Dean, and he does the same with each page. That's great. So you're liking the blue. I'm glad to hear, Kim. Pretty much the same colors as you. Yes. So Kara, this ranch wife life, has sent me pictures. She's always finding amazing things on Instagram. And she's always sending me ideas. And she likes the aqua that I'm doing. Add a little baking soda to acrylic. Really? Hi, Homemade Vintage. Oh, I feel so happy that you're here. Okay, you all. You need to check out her channel, Homemade Vintage. I love her channel so much. She's a thrifter. She does farmhouse decor. Man, you find good stuff. You find such good stuff. So you should check out her channel. The way she decorates, it's like an Instagram post. Love it, love it, love it. So you're doing the usual, Carolyn, right, Polly? Like, you don't want to spend all that money on chalk paint. That's true, Mary. That is a good point. Then you don't have to seal it. Amber glass. Amber glass is very popular this year. I know a lot of people are doing amber glass. Oh, thank you, Carmen. I did brown glass in the winter. So I did browns and greens and whites with like pops of pink, kind of, if you look my winter tour. So that's why for fall, I really wanted to kind of go, you know, a little something different. And then plus, because I always have aqua in my house, it's making it very easy for me to decorate for fall. Like I'm just adding pumpkins here and there. I'm not having to like like totally pack stuff up. A lot of people have asked me this too. So to switch my decor I keep my decor in tubs in the garage, which is now way organized. I should show you guys while it's really organized. So I organize my decor. I started a new system this year. I'm organizing it by color, except for things that are like clearly a certain holiday. So I have a tub for the 4th of July, and I have a tub for Easter, and I have a tub for Christmas. Well, many tubs for Christmas and you know, Halloween, whatever. But then like other things like my greens that I used in the winter or for March, or my browns, like the brown glass that I used. Sorry, that's Molly. Hi, Molly, I'm live. Just don't say anything embarrassing.
I know.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm just saying. I don't want you to feel violated. I don't know. It has to, excuse me, 1 second. So turn it all the way left. Yeah, okay, now go 1 click to the right. That's there you go. Sorry, guys. So I have like a tote that's like, you know, I have one full of white things. I have one full of aqua things. This way, if I'm doing a display and I'm like, oh, I really want to try adding this color, then it's easy for me to go out to the garage and pull that color rather than trying to fish through like my springtime bins to find something aqua that I used in spring. Does that make sense? So it just makes it a lot easier to kind of like be able to access all your stuff throughout the year rather than it getting buried with seasonal stuff. So that has been working very well for me. I really should do a video on it. I will at some point do a video on it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, you know? All right, I'm going to see what's happening in the chat. I didn't want to miss anything. Okay. Are you still of making the bread? Yes, Mary. Yes. So that's what we are trying to do. We're going to get a heater. So I ordered Hannah's dance floor. So I just ordered that today. So if any of you are dance moms, so when the girls dance, they need to dance on this. They don't need to, but it's better for them if they have like a surface that gives, and then it needs to be like covered in this special vinyl stuff. And but you can order it for a home studio, and that's what I did today. I ordered a section that'll be 10 by 10, and she'll be able to rehearse in the garage because Hannah, she's going to go to dance 2 days a week, and the rest of the days of the week, she's going to dance on Zoom. So we were like, well, if she's going to be on Zoom that much, like in the spring, she was just dancing in the family room or down in the comic book room. It wasn't ideal. So now that we've had a little more time to prepare for the fall, you know, we're making that space in the garage. And so, yes, it'll be like a 3-season living area. Like Molly just was watching a movie with a friend out there. What? Footloose was the movie. And so they actually hung a big sheet, and we have a projector so they can play movies from their computer, and it projects onto a screen. And so she was just out there hanging out with her friend, watching a movie. So it'll be another space for them to use, you know, because Chris works down in the comic book room all the time. Like really during the week, that room is not accessible anytime during the day. He works like 6 to 6 pretty much. And so that room is pretty much out of commission the whole time, the whole day. And so that really was not an option. And then these 3 rooms are all connected. So it's just nice to have, we don't have a basement like the traditional basement because we live in a split level. So it's really nice to have that extra space out there, you know, for them to be able to go to. So Molly is embracing she's my 80s girl. She loves the 80s. Hi, Nancy. You keep your decor. So I'm reading through the comments. Carmen, you said you keep your decor in tubs based on holiday or season and store them in your basement. Yep. That is definitely, I do my holiday decor like that. And then for the non-holiday things, then that's when I employed the color thing recently. So, all right. So here's how it's looking. It's really going on nicely. And yes, so my live sale, so, you know, people love these live sales are really fun, but they are so much work. Because if you think about it, like I'll sell in a normal week, I'll sell like 1 to 2 things a day, you know, between Etsy and private sales through email, you know, so I'm always having to pack and ship a little bit. But when you do a live sale, you are like, you sell 40 items. So, you know, so maybe some people buy 2 things, but for the most part, you are packing, you're sending 40 invoices, you're packing all those things, you know, so it's just a ton of work. So I know people have said, like, why don't you do them more often? I just don't have time. I don't have the time because reselling is really not my main gig. I mean, I enjoy it. It's fun, but it's a lot of work. Like the resellers that do it full time, like it's not easy money. Like you're not just going and buying stuff and, you know, you maybe buy something at the bins for $1 and you sell it for 20, but like you're earning that money because like it really is a lot of work and a lot of time. So, and I just don't have that kind of time to invest in it. So anyway, so that's why I'm trying to do a live sale once a month. That's my goal. I will be doing 2 in October because I'm doing a group sale with Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I always have trouble with his name. So I'm doing a live sale with his group. He's got like several people lined up to do it. And then I can't believe I missed the dark blue cake stand. Didn't even see it, Mary. Did not even see it. I don't even know. Any sneak peeks, Michelle? I put a little bit of sneak peek on my, it just showed a few items on my community tab, but I haven't done, I don't know if I'll do sneak peeks because that's just, it's more work. Oh, good, Polly. I'm glad it made it to you. I was scarred last week because that plate that I sent to someone basically was blown up by the time she got it. Like I'm telling you, it really looked like a truck had gone over it. So now I'm like so paranoid. So, oh, good, Matt, Nancy. I'm glad you enjoyed that. It was glass. Yes, the green glass caught my eye. But you know what's funny is that I've been looking at cobalt blue. Was it cobalt blue, Mary? I don't even know. But do you know that some cobalt blue is uranium glass and will glow under a black light? I just found this out. So now I want to go find some cobalt blue to add to my uranium glass collection. So that's something new on my list. All right, so I've got the first coat of the aqua on here. Don't worry, it won't look all stripy when all is said and done. I'm going to set it aside to dry, and then I'm going to go back to my other things and put a second coat. I think that this one's dry enough, I think. It's a little warm. I think I had it too close to my laptop. The laptop gives off a bit of heat. Yeah, so Mama J, Chris will be at the live sale and Maddie will be at the live sale. And then also, I don't know if any of you went to my last one, my friend Amy was there. She has a channel. She doesn't really post much, but her name is Amy from White Lab House, and she will also be selling some things. So it'll be 2 sellers and then my family, and some of her kids are going to come, but they'll be hanging out with Molly. Molly's going to kind of babysit. Her youngest will be here and they're going to do crafts together. So Molly won't be on the live sale, but Maddie and Chris will be. Oh, okay. Oh, Mary, I'm sick about that. I can't believe I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. Oh, darn it. You know, that happens sometimes where like even when I'm editing my own videos and I go back and I'm like, what the heck? Why didn't I pick that up? It's the worst when you like spot something in a video. And sometimes, you know, my videos, like I'll take footage and then lately I've been like taking footage and then posting it that, you know, like really soon after, like either that day or within the next few days. But like sometimes you take footage and you don't post it for like a week or two. And like, so you know, if it's Goodwill, that those things are gone. So sometimes I see things, I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed out on that. So You guys would pass out. I bought some things off of my friend's mom was cleaning out her basement, and she had vintage Christmas. Oh my goodness. I bought 4 things. I bought 2 miniature blow molds. One is a Santa and one is a snowman. And I bought like a rubber faced Santa. I don't even know who makes it, but it's so cute. And then I also bought one of those popcorn things, but you can tell it's like one of the old ones, all for $25. I was so excited. So I'm so excited to use those in my Christmas decor. I'll have to show them to you in a haul sometime. I keep forgetting. All right, so blue pumpkin has its second coat. Oh, that is not dry yet. And I'm kind of waiting on the others to dry a little because you don't want to try to paint them too soon because you'll just wipe your first coat off. But, oh, you know what I wanted to do? I have these too. These are from the Dollar Tree. Oh, I love that pink chicken, Nancy. I don't know. You know, I need to sell through. If I'm just like, I looked at it for myself and I was like, I'm trying to get away from chickens and roosters. I'm just trying to be a little less country and a little more like coastal. I don't know. Not that they can't have chickens like whatever up in New England or whatever, you know, but anyway, so I saw the chicken and I was like, I'm getting rid of my hens on nests. Like I have like 4 or 5 white ones that I'm getting rid of. So I was like, it doesn't really make sense. I think if it were cobalt, I would have gotten it because then, you know, maybe it would glow, but I don't know. Honestly, like sometimes you just get to a point you're like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. I have to be selective. And so that was the thing with the pink hen. That's why I didn't pick it up. I don't know. I did sort of regret that, Nancy. So wait, Mary. Oh, darn. So you were yelling from Arkansas. Darn. Hi, Katie. Yes, I'm just chatting. I'm updating some of my pumpkins, Katie, because I'm changing my colors a little for this fall just to see if I like it. And I don't want to buy new stuff. So I've just been kind of, updating and chit-chatting. This is not something I would make a DIY video about because it's really, there's nothing to it. I'm just painting stuff. But I thought I'd see if anyone's on, so I don't have to be alone while I do it. So I think, should I do this one with the orange color or should I do it with the aqua? What do you guys think? I have a ton of these white ones. So I just want to paint like 1 or 2 of them so that they're not all white. I'm going to keep some of them white. But what do you think? Aqua or orange? Orange, aqua, orange. Oh man, I need some tiebreakers. You do live sales every Saturday. Maria, that's impressive. All right. Nancy says orange. Oh, okay. I'm going with the orange. Oh, retro root. Oh, oh no. Aqua might be winning. Okay. I'm going aqua. I'm committing to aqua. I got to mix a little more. So for those of you who didn't see what I did before, I have this slightly lighter color. Sorry, I'm getting painty. Aqua. Oh man, I'd have to go back. Yeah, I think aqua is the winner. I think more of you said aqua, but I'm going to do this slightly different color. This is from Target. I've never tried their paints before. It's another acrylic paint, but the brand is Handmade Modern. I don't know. You know, during the pandemic, I ordered some paints from Target because I couldn't get them from anywhere else. Well, that's really light. I'm not sure what I think about that. And now I have to add white to it, to do my little, well, actually this is painted in chalk paint. I can just paint right on top of this with the acrylic. That'll go on just fine because it already has a coat of chalk paint. I'm going to see what I think. This is a lighter color. Oh, it's pretty. I like that. I actually really like that, but I don't like that brush. So what brush do I want to use? This one. This one. Now I look like a real artist because I have a giant brush. Do I look more authentic like this? This is really pretty. All right, the aquas. That was a good call. I like it. I'm liking it. All right, I want to read several things you wanted on the thrifting. Ooh, that would be cute. I've seen a lot of the pumpkins with like designs on them. Oh, Annette, my hubby snores too. My hubby is a snorer. He tells me I don't snore. I don't know if that's true or if he's just being nice, but he definitely like snores more. If I do snore, he snores more because I don't wake him up, but he definitely wakes me up. But it is what it is. Hi, Kim. So, has anyone been crafting lately? Is anyone doing crafts for the fall?
Nah.
I'm waiting to see. Anybody doing any crafts for the fall? Yeah, I really like it, Chris. I'm really liking it. So this color is called, if anyone's interested, it's called Robin's Egg, and it's sold at, is that upside down? Yes. It is sold at Target. And it's going on fine. It's not like watery or anything. It seems like a nice paint. And I don't think it was a lot. I think it was $1 a bottle. So, you know, I'm always trying new paints, see what's good, what works well. We're just hanging. Wait, homemade vintage. What colors are you doing? I saw you start. I think were you traditional colors or were you neutral? I can't remember homemade vintage. Tell me again. Cleaning and purging, Nancy. That's good. That does count, Polly. See, you're getting ready. You're getting ready for, oh, and Nancy, so wait, someone said they're making stuff for craft fairs. Carolyn, you're making things for craft fairs, for Christmas craft fairs, if they ever open. Oh man, we used to have some really good ones here that I would go to every year. I'm kind of sad about it because I can't imagine they'll open because they would be packed, unless they're outside. Well, see, the problem here in Minnesota is that it gets cold pretty quickly, so we can't really have outdoor craft fairs, but I don't know. Maybe they'll be like, we have to try something, you know. This is gorgeous. I really like this color, guys. This is called Robin's Egg, and the paint is from Target. Highly recommend. And the paint went on really nice. Now, it did have a base coat of chalk paint, white chalk paint. So I don't know if that is why it went on so nicely, but I totally painted the bottom, and I shouldn't have because now I'm stuck holding it, but it should dry pretty quick. I want to read the comments so I'm not missing anything. Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome. Jay Weeks said she or he, I can't tell, is getting his or her son ready for university and made him a latch hook rug. That is so cool. Well, that's a good idea, Nancy. I could totally do that. I won't be splattering anything here online, though, because I would be a mess. And I'm sure my house would take a hit. My table. Maria's folding laundry. Nice. Good. Mama J, it's good to thin out your decor. Okay, so Homemade Vintage says she's trying neutrals. Wait, where did she go? It jumped. There we go. Trying neutrals, sage greens, and dusty blues. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Dusty blues sound lovely. The reason I went with this aqua and this orange, like I really love, I know it's overused, whatever, but I still like the little pickup truck, and I've found some in aqua. And so I was like, I just want to try that, you know. I just want to try it. Why not? Wanting to take a road trip to deliver things to my favorite YouTubers, including you. Oh, Michelle, where are you? Nearest town has been hit hard by the COVID. Oh, darn. Oh, Polly, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know what way Minnesota's going to go. Our schools haven't really opened yet. They're just starting to open this week. So we're kind of like in wait and see mode here. That's a bummer. All right, I'm just scrolling up, guys. Oh, Karen is doing pumpkins in jewel tones. Pretty. That sounds pretty. Cleaning and purging, mostly Christmas. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Shopping at Michael's definitely counts. Oh, I missed something. Use an old toothbrush. Oh, that's a good idea, Nancy. That's a very good. Hi, Sylvia. I'm glad you're here. Oh, Michelle's in Illinois. Ah, I love Chicago. It's one of my favorite cities, and I kind of miss it. Haven't been there since last year sometime. Oh, that's a good idea, Nancy. Nancy, you are full of good ideas. Mhm. Wait, what's SSP? Kim Hatton, what's SSP? In St. Paul? Is that what you mean? Yes. Hi, Karen. Glad you're here. Oh man, I love the bin, Sylvia. Have you been to the bin, Sylvia? It's super fun. I will be honest with you. It is not as fun as it used to be. There's just so many rules. If Katie is still here, Katie is a friend. She's more local, and we had met up at the bins, but like you can't really meet up at the bins anymore because you're not allowed to be at a bin with anyone who's not from your household, and you can't have two shopping carts at any one bin. I don't know. There's just all these rules right now, so it's not a good place for a meetup at this point. Katie, I have to write back to you, but I think we should go to Goodwill instead. If you're still here, I was going to respond to your email. Oh, South St. Paul. Sorry, Kim. My brain blanked for a bit. So you have a friend there, and they still don't know what they're doing about their schools. Wow, that's challenging. Karen says she uses chalk paint for yes, right? Karen, that's what I was doing. So for the acrylic, instead of just like having to do a whole coat on them, sometimes I just mix my acrylic paint with my chalk paint, and it kind of does the same thing. It makes it like a primer almost. You guys would love the thrifting in Minnesota. It is very, very good thrifting here. I don't know why it's so good, but it's just good. It's much better than it ever was for me in New Jersey. Oh, that's a bummer, Karen. I'm sorry that your bins are not very good. Oh, it jumped. It jumped. Let's see. Michelle says she was recently blessed with a new car. Nice. Michelle, we used to, we got so many cars in our life that were like, we used to call them like in the sunset of their lives. Like people that were just getting rid of cars would give them to us. It was so funny. When we were young and had no money. It was great. Okay. Oh, that sounds fun, Annette. Annette's going thrifting in the morning. Carmen, you should definitely go thrifting in Minnesota. It's great. I'm sorry, Mary. Hi, Carol. My Blessed Nest is here, guys. If you haven't checked out her channel, you should check her out. Yeah. Yes, I want to come to your farm, Katie. I have not been to Shalom Thrift in Cambridge. Okay, I'll have to try it. I'll put it on my list. Molly, someone says there's a thrift store in Cambridge we should try. Yeah, I was gonna say my friends live in Cambridge. Yo, really? Funny. Changing this year's fall decor to brass, navy, and emerald green. That sounds gorgeous. With wicker and wood, is the wicker white or the wicker is like wood toned? Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Sylvia, we're going to have to try it. Oh, I miss my friends. I missed out getting together with Robin and Jamie a few weeks back because I was feeling sick. I mean, it didn't turn into anything. I don't know. Maybe I had a cold. I don't know what it was, but I felt awful for a day. I had a sore throat and I was just really tired, like flat on my back tired. And I was like, I am not risking. Can you imagine? Like, I know they're my friends. Jamie and Robin are my very good friends now, but like a little part of me is still like a fangirl. I love them as YouTubers. I'm like, I am not going to take out Robin Johnson with the coronavirus if God forbid I have it. So I was like, I'm sorry, guys. There's no way I'm meeting with you while I'm not feeling well. So I stayed home. They had a great time, but I think we're going to try to go sometime soon. But yeah, I was just like, no way. I'm not going to be responsible for that. Yes, Carol's channel is great. Carol has a very bright spirit. You're always smiley, Carol. I appreciate that about you. Woo! I think this is ready for coat number 2. We'll see if I wipe off my paint. I think it should be okay. I'll go gently. Definitely my favorite one tonight is that I'm glad you guys told me to paint it aqua. I love that robin's egg color. That was really pretty. I'm not even sure. I'll probably do a second coat on it because it's styrofoam and you get the little pock marks on it, but it looks pretty good after one coat. These pumpkins from the Dollar Tree are almost like painting on glass. You almost do wipe your paint off the second coat, but we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep going with it. I think after a few coats, it'll be fine. Maybe I would go back and do just like that. Whoever said it. I think if I were doing this again, I might go and do just a full-on chalk paint coat on these very shiny pumpkins. My little trick with mixing the paint is not working as well on these. I think because they're so shiny, like so slippery, like no pores at all. So, I mean, it's fine. It's not completely wiping off, but it's almost like I'm painting on a glass jar, which can be tricky. I definitely feel like I'm going to drop this. I hope that that's not what happens. Okay. I'm going to set this aside. And let's see what else I have in my bag. Oh, look, I have another one. Oh, the stem. The stem for this one went into the pumpkin. All right, I'm going to paint this one because for all of you who said orange on the other one and I painted it aqua, I'm going to paint this one for you. I will have to get a new, because my stem is inside, but that's fine. It's not going to matter. I'll just get a new stick. You can see I just use sticks from my backyard to make my stems. You can also use pumpkin stems. Like if you save pumpkin stems from like the previous year, you can use those too. I've done that before. Oh, that's a cute idea, Karen. I love that idea. A wine cork. That's a great idea. Sorry, I'm just going to scroll up before I start painting. I just want to see what y'all are saying. Patricia, I just decided to hop on. It was kind of a last minute thing. I was like, oh, I'm going to be painting. Why not go on and see who's there? Okay. We have a lot of bloopers when we make videos. That's for sure. Karen. Let's see. Thank you. That is so funny. Let's see. Inside dining at restaurants here in New Jersey is starting Friday. Okay, so here in Minnesota, you can dine inside. I personally have not done it. I've just been sticking to patios, but hi, Randy. We're just hanging out and painting here. Oh, you painted paper mache pumpkins aqua. I want to do some paper mache. Man, I kind of missed that. I used to do a ton of paper mache. Maybe I should do that sometime. I mean, it's not like something you need to make a video about, but it would be fun to do. I've done it in so long. Base painting with chalk paint was one of them. Works every time. All right, Karen, I'm going to try that. So Karen says instead of tinting the chalk paint like I generally do, she just does a coat of white chalk paint first. And then she does her acrylic paint on top of that, and you actually wind up using less, which I kind of believe because this acrylic paint went on really well here. So see, we're always learning new things, learning from each other. I got you, Nancy. I think that that's true. That's why you have to put like wax on it or something. Okay, so Kim says she's dining at 50% capacity inside restaurants. Any restaurant that has a lot of college age employees, that is true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that with a wine cork. I don't think we have any bottles of wine around, but I might have a cork around though that I could use. All right, I'm gonna do this one. So this one again is already painted in the chalk paint. This is one of those styrofoam pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. It's this really pretty color. Basically it's called terracotta with a little bit of white added to it, which makes it this really pretty, soft, muted orange, which is the color that I'm trying to incorporate into my decor this year. Sorry, just trying to keep up with the chat. So I am going to be going at my fall decor fast and furious this week. I'm going to do a bookshelf. So I'm not going overboard. Like Mama J said, she said she's paring hers down. I just don't want to go over. Last year I did a ton of fall. It was great. I enjoyed it, but I just don't feel like doing it. I don't know. I'm in my house a lot, and because I'm working from home, it's like I'm always staring at the stuff, and it's almost a distraction. So I'm just kind of trying to keep it like, I don't want it to be so overpowering fall, you know. I'm just going to try to like do little hints. Like on my mantle, for example, I kept it all the same. I added those fall jars that I made in DIY a few weeks back. And then I added a few pumpkins and like some fall florals. And that's it. Like I didn't really change the whole mantle the way I would normally. So, because I like what's going on the mantle, and just, I don't know. And then Christmas comes and, you know, you have to redo everything again. So I was like, I'm just going to kind of try to maintain my normal decor with pops of fall here and there until Christmas time, when I have to like really redo things. Okay. Just reading the text. Michelle, I posted a vlog. We took Maddie out for her birthday, for her 21st birthday. And we went to a place called Red Bench Bakery. There's a few of them around the cities. And it was so good. Highly recommend, if anyone's in the cities, try Red Bench Bakery. It was quite delicious. We enjoyed ourselves. So I'm just adding a little, I have to mix a little more paint. I'm adding a little white just to get that nice, softer orange color. Really nice, really nice. I like it a lot. And look, it looks really pretty with the aqua. And here's the robin's egg. I'm digging it, ladies. I'm digging it. And gentlemen. I keep saying that. It's just that most of the people commenting are women. So let's see. All right. Karen, do you think you could use your milk glass because I keep my milk glass out, but I put like pumpkins in it, or you could do acorns. You could lay like, if it's the really white milk glass, you could lay like a cream colored doily, and that would kind of tone down the white. You know, you could keep it out if you like, you know, incorporate it in. Yes, Molly says you should definitely pull it out again though at Christmas time. Pull out the milk glass at Christmas time. I'm going to be working on a tablescape this week. I haven't done one in a while. And I'm doing one this week as part of a collaboration on September 8th, I think it is. And I'm excited for that because someone sent me napkins. They sent me aqua napkins and orange napkins. So I don't even know. I think that was even before she knew what I was doing for my colors this year. So it was really providential that I got those. So I'm excited to do a tablescape with those napkins that I just received. This is a terrible brush, by the way. Really bad. It's okay. Okay. Chalk paint shouldn't wash off once it's cured, even if it's sealed. Sealing so it doesn't absorb grease. Vintage Vibe. Hi. We're going to watch you all the time. Hi, Vintage Vibe. Thanks for joining. We're just chit-chatting. I'm updating. Whoa, I totally almost chucked my pumpkin at my laptop. I am updating some of my fall decor with the new colors I'm using this year. So I can just kind of reuse what I already have, so I don't have to buy new stuff. And I thought I would do it while I chit chat with you all, see what's happening on the interwebs. Yes, it probably would be. Let's try it. Let's try it, Mama J. I don't know. It kind of sort of wiping off a little bit. It's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like the sponge brush is wiping more of the paint off. But, I always like to try different techniques. I just need better brushes, really. I just need some better brushes. So y'all know I started a DIY channel. That's where you're tuning into me. I hope I'm live on the right channel. Yeah, it seems like it. But I did that because some people would get really mad when I would post DIYs on my thrifting channel. And I was like, I want to be able to do DIYs and not have people like mad at me about it. So that's why I started a new channel. I don't do a ton of DIYs. I mean, it's never going to be like something where I'm posting every day or something, but at least I can do it. And, people who are interested in DIYs will then see the videos and I won't annoy my thrifting audience. Although I'm still doing, I really like to do thrift flips. So I'm still putting those on my thrifting channel just because I like showing people like what you can do with things that you thrift. I don't know. I guess you can't keep everybody happy, right? Oh, bye, Sandra. 31 years old. He tried to go home after. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sandra. Well, at least he has your house to come to. I think I sent you a package today, Sandra. You just started using chalk paint. Okay, what do you think of it, Mama J? I think once you try it, you won't go back. It really is quite easy to use. Oh, bye, Homemade Vintage. Thanks for tuning in. It was great to have you here. Right? I know, Kim. I don't know. It was so weird. And when I would do decluttering videos, oh my gosh, I would lose like 20 subscribers every time I posted a decluttering video. So that's why I was like, well, now I have my home and garden channel is actually my favorite because I can put anything I want. It's just like a very mixed bag. And, the people who are like subscribed there are expecting a mixed bag, which is nice because it's just a lifestyle channel. So I can, kind of do what I want on there. I love it. But right, Mama J? I love chalk paint so much. Okay, but a tip we had here from Karen. Thank you, Karen. I'm glad that you think that those two go hand in hand. But the tip from Karen is paint a coat of white chalk paint on a shiny thing or on anything first, and then put your acrylic paint. And that might work better than the mixing technique that I've been using. So I'm going to try that myself when I do another pumpkin, although I probably won't do one tonight. But thank you for the tip, Karen. All right. Good night, Maria. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, Kim. I think some people, it's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm working any harder to have 3 channels. It's just like I'll post some things on one channel and some things on another. So it doesn't really bother me. But, sorry. But I do have relief that I'm not making people mad because it was like this weird feeling like, oh my gosh, if I post a DIY, which I love to do DIYs, if I post this, I'm going to offend people. It was a little stressful. So I really am happy to just have more than one channel. And now it's not an issue, because people know, like, if you sign up for Nicole North Garden DIY, you are signing up to a DIY channel. So, that's the content you expect to get. So I like just having this, this place where people won't get upset. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the little bit of Minnesota I bring to you, Karen, Sandra. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you so much. Good night, Leanne. All right, I'm going back with a second coat. Oh, I think I made it too light. I gotta add a little more. Because this terracotta is a little too dark on its own, I made it a little too light. I added too much white to it. All right, so this is this little Dollar Tree one. The paint went on really well onto this. I think because it wasn't so shiny, like I said, those other two that I painted were really like glass almost. So the paint didn't go on as well. I probably definitely should have done that Karen's trick of putting a coat of white chalk paint first. But this one, I did mix with the chalk paint, and it's working just fine. So maybe you really have to remember if you're painting on something that's super smooth, because you don't want to wipe all your paint off. I'm going to decorate my porch. That is coming this week as well, I think. That's always like a mixed feeling because some of my flowers are still doing really well, so I want to keep them, but my flowers are very thematic, like I do the red, white, and blue. So it's kind of hard to blend that with the fall stuff that I want to do out there. But the plant nearest my door, which you guys don't really see in my videos, died. I don't know. I got 2 dahlias, and they did not do well. Yes, baby. What's up? Yeah, you can have those. I went grocery shopping tonight, and I got snacks, and Gabe is quite pleased. The potato salad I wrote on it, it's for Sunday. It's for Sunday's dinner. No, the pickles you can eat. He's just verifying. I bought my groceries a week. I did some meal planning, which I haven't done in a while. Because during the pandemic, it was just like, get as much food as you can, because what if we get quarantined? But now that everything's like settling down, and so I feel like I should get back to meal planning. It's a better way to spend your money. So I did some meal planning tonight, and then I went grocery shopping for the week, and I got the kids a bunch of snacks, and they're very happy about it. Okay, you're starting tomorrow. Got some new fall things for your birthday. What did you get, Patricia? Yay, Annette. Happy September. Is it September? Oh, I guess where you guys are. It's only 11 o'clock where I am. Let's see. Yeah, it's 11:02 here, but it's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. So happy September. Oh, vintage roots. That would have been fun. We could do like a what is that? StreamYard. We could craft together. I've been wanting to do that with Jamie and Robin. We just haven't done it. Oh gosh, no, Michelle. I am not good at meal planning. Actually, I have mentioned it in my vlog that I just recorded tonight. The reason I don't do meal planning is because I'm just not good at it. I don't enjoy cooking. I don't enjoy grocery shopping. Those are not my strengths. So I get it done, as best as I can for the family, but definitely will not have a meal planning channel from me. But I do watch. So my friend Leanne, her channel is called Simply Enjoying Life, and she does like a weekly What's for Dinner. So I went onto her channel to get some ideas. All right, so now I'm going in for a third coat on this one, and now it's got a really good base, so I'm not too worried about the paint wiping off. I'm just going to paint it with the aqua color. Oh, it's going on beautifully. Very nice. So it really took a solid 2 coats to get to a point where it's really adhering well on these really shiny pumpkins. So I think definitely if I had done the chalk paint layer first, that probably would have worked a little better. But these are the things we learn. Hi, Han. Everyone's trying to be quiet. I'm like, you don't have to be quiet. I mean, don't say anything embarrassing, but you don't have to be quiet. I don't want to take over the house, Yeah, baby, whatever you need. We should plan that, Vintage Roots. Email me. We'll set something up. That'll be so fun. I want to try paper mache. We could do a paper mache night. That would be really fun. Oh, you got a truck pillow. Okay, Patricia, what color truck? Is it the red one? You got a new birdhouse. Nice. So Patricia had a birthday and got a bunch of new, an apron. Aprons are another weak point for me, but I feel like you use them and they don't take up a lot of space, so I don't feel bad about collecting them. Hi, Carolina from Southern California. Oh, that's okay, Carolina. I do that a lot. I go on live streams, and sometimes when there's a lot of people and the thing is going so fast, like you can't really jump in. You feel like you can't jump in anyway. So no apologies necessary. What? Karen, where are you? Karen Radford, you said your shelves are a little bare. Where did you go? Where are you that your shelves are bare? I will say in Minnesota, the one thing that's really hard to come by is paper towels. But at Aldi, I went to Aldi tonight and they did have them, but you can only buy one pack. So I bought my one pack of paper towels. I was super happy about it. Hi, Connie's Nails and Creative Creations.
I'm off. I got my phone.
Oh yeah, Sandra. If I don't write on things, they disappear. So I planned for this week to do a barbecue on Sunday because the kids all start school. Well, the college kids actually start school this week. Wednesday, Molly? But the high schoolers start on Monday. So I thought it'd be fun to do like a little, no, Tuesday because of Labor Day. Oh, I forgot about Labor Day. Oh man, I've totally lost track of days. So maybe we should do our barbecue on Monday for Labor Day. Yes, Molly loves watermelon. So anyway, but I bought potato salad for that because, potato salad's good. If it's prepackaged, it's good for weeks. And this potato salad, I think, expires like September 22nd. So I got potato salad, but I had to write on it. So because Gabe really loves potato salad, and he will eat it up. If I don't protect it, it will not be there for the barbecue. Wanda, I don't know how I feel about it, but I haven't seen it live. I just think it's cool to know that some other color glows. Like I was so fascinated. I've had clear things that glow a little bit, but I've never seen like another color that glows. So bye, Chris. Good night. No, the cold is not pleasant here. Lysol wipes. Okay. All our Lysol products and like hand sanitizer, that all really got stocked in the last like 3 weeks, I would say. Hi, Trina. Yes, we're up late crafting. I'm a night owl. I don't know if I've ever told you guys that, but I'm generally up last, like the latest. It's either me or Gabe usually that's up the latest. I usually don't go to bed till after like 12. And so people are like, how do you do all these videos? I'm like, well, if you're like, I don't do Facebook. Facebook is a total time suck. So I don't do Facebook. So I save a lot of time and I use that time for YouTube. And then I stay up really late. So when everyone's asleep, I'm YouTubing. I make YouTube videos. I don't know. So I do a lot of like filming on the weekends. And then I'll do my editing in the late night evenings. To get I just edited a video, which I actually need to upload for tomorrow, showing how we set up Molly's college from home, we're calling it. That's what the bloopers were on. If you saw on my Instagram, I put our bloopers on there because we had some struggles getting that video filmed, but I'm gonna keep going. I am gonna repaint these stems because I'm not into the gold. I've got some espresso, but for this, I'm going to use your trick, Karen. Is it Karen? Am I saying the wrong name? Let me make sure I'm saying the right name. Nope, it's not Karen. It's not Kim. Who said that? I'm having a moment where I can't remember. Where did it go? It is Karen, but there's two Karens on. Karen Schmidtka said, to try painting with chalk paint. So I'm going to do that on the stem. I think that will work better so that it accepts my paint a little bit better. But I'm going to wait till the blue dries to do that. Thank you, B. Bennett. So the reason I'm doing these pumpkins is I'm changing my color scheme a little bit. And so I have a bunch of pumpkins that don't fit the color scheme. And instead of buying new stuff, I'm just kind of reusing what I have. So That's the plan here. But it's not like complicated enough to do a whole DIY video about. That's why I decided to do it live. Then I could just kind of hang out with you guys. Doesn't take a lot of thought, Sometimes DIYs take a lot of thought. I really admire the ladies who do like videos with 12 DIY. And I know they reuse some of their older videos, but I don't know. DIY videos are a lot of work. By far, they are more work than any other kind of video that I make. They just take, I can't do it. I totally want to do a second coat on this one, but it's not dry yet. So I don't want to wreck what I did. This one definitely needs a second coat. Even though this was coated in chalk paint. Oh, I got blue on it. Whoops. But that definitely needs a second. We're at a pause point because everything needs to dry. Oh, I should do this. So this is my floral arrangement container. I'm going to do the aqua, and this is going to be white, and then I'm going to sand it, and so that dark will show through a little bit. But I had to wait for the first coat to dry, and now it looks pretty dry. So I'm going to go ahead with my second coat on this one. Let's see here. And then I'm going to do floral. I have the flowers here. And let me show you guys really quick what my thoughts are on this. So I have these flowers that were in here. And I think I'm going to replace, I have, I don't know what these are supposed to be, these little berry things. They're from the Dollar Tree, but I have some in this kind of color. So I'm going to pull these out and put those in. I'm going to keep the sunflowers in because, let me grab something. I want to show you all, for any of you not familiar, I want to show you what my inspiration piece for my entire fall decor has been. Hold on one second. I'm coming. Okay. So I bought these 2 plates at Michael's. And this is what I'm basing my whole thing on. Aren't these adorable? So you see they have the aqua truck, and then they have sunflowers, and they have this muted orange color in the pumpkins. And it might not be showing up very well, but this is a gray pumpkin, and then the muted orange. So these are my inspiration pieces. So my thought for this piece is then to keep the sunflowers in there. So replace these with muted orange berries, keep the sunflowers in. I'll probably pull these out and put something else in. And then I don't know if I'll keep those pumpkins. Maybe I'll keep those pumpkins because the other ones I have are really bright orange. So I might keep these, or I might do something to these look almost a little red. It's, so I might do something to change the color a little bit, although maybe I'll just leave it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to see. I'll have to see on the pumpkins, but for sure, I'm just going to change out some of the florals, and then it'll kind of go with this, and it'll look really pretty in this. So that is the plan for that piece. Aren't those cute, Kim? It's always good. And that's what I try to do. Whenever I'm decorating, I try to have an inspiration piece that kind of guides what I'm doing so that I don't go in 12 different directions in my decor. So I always like to find something that really catches my eye. And those plates definitely caught my eye. The first time I went to the store and was looking at fall decor, I saw them at Michael's. No. And I was like, oh no, that's going to be it. So Vintage Roots says she's only used Annie Sloan paint, but it is so expensive. Yeah, I have not tried the more expensive brands, unfortunately. I don't know, I'm too cheap. Paint. Oh, that's a good idea, B. Bennett, to paint them white. All right, I'm just catching up on the chat. A night cow. Oh, Polly, you're so funny. I have been really trying to not snack late at night. It's hard. It's hard. But I did read a lot of times when you feel like snacking, you're actually thirsty. So when I get really hungry and it's late at night, I try to just drink water or some decaffeinated tea. Folk art and Waverly are reasonably priced for crafting. Yeah, I agree, Karen. All right, I'm just catching up on the chat, guys. Thank you, Carol. Oh, funny, Ellen. So you're a night owl too. Right, Carol? Yeah, so thrift hauls are much easier. Vlogs are much easier than like DIY videos because DIY is like, well, first of all, like you have to, do the project. And a lot of times, I mean, look, I'm here live with you guys. I can't do the next coat. I have to wait. So it's like doing the project takes forever and you're filming it. Then you have to go back and edit it. And then you have to go back and usually voiceover and put music. So it's a lot of work. But like my thrift hauls, I just kind of, hi, Jan. I go out on my porch. I show you what I got. Maybe I do a little editing here and there if something is loud or I mess something up. But for the most part, they're pretty easy. So, oh, you can I don't think I've ever bought chalk paint on Amazon, Karen. I don't know why. I never even thought of it. Walmart is always out of paint. My Walmart is always out of paint. It's terrible. So I usually buy mine at I usually wind up with this brand. I'll show you guys. You've seen me use this a lot. Rust-Oleum. It's not even my favorite chalk paint, but it's just the one that I can always find because they sell it at Home Depot and they sell it at Menards, which is another like Home Depot-like store here. So I will get it then so I can actually get my hands on it because a lot of times like the stuff at Walmart is just always gone. But now that I have the trick of painting with the white and then the acrylic, I'm like not limited at all. I feel like I could paint any color I want. So Connie, with your acrylic paints, we were talking about if you have acrylics and you want that good adhesion like the chalk paint gives you, I was mixing my chalk paint, which does generally work, but Karen said that she paints a layer of chalk paint on everything first, and that gives her a nice, like a primer, and then you can use whatever color acrylic you want. So, okay. All right. What brands do you get on Amazon, Karen? Just out of curiosity. Yes, Carol. Okay. Carol said I inspired her to buy a can of paint at a garage sale. I do that all the time because a lot of times you can get expensive products for really cheap because people are throwing out, they're cleaning out their garage. They just want to get rid of it and you can get it for really cheap. And then if the can is really messy, what I just found out, Chris had this idea and I hadn't thought of it, but it was so smart. At the hardware store, you can buy small empty paint cans. And so if the can that you buy from the garage sale is really messed up, you just transfer it. So that's what I did with one of my chalkboard paint, my black chalkboard paint, which is normally I think it's like $14 for that can if I were to buy it at like Home Depot. But the can was a disaster. So I just bought a fresh plastic paint. It's made for paint storage. I bought that at the paint store. At the Menards, which is like our Home Depot. And now I have a nice can of chalkboard paint and I paid $1 plus the $2 for the jar. So I always look at yard sales and garage sales for paint because people they have to, you can't just throw it out. You have to drive it somewhere. Or you have to let it all dry out first. So it's kind of a pain to dispose of. So that's why people just want to get rid of it and they sell it for cheap. That's been my experience anyway. So folk art comes in 32. Okay. So Karen says she gets folk art and Waverly paints on Amazon. Definitely have never looked for them there, so I will do that. Oh, you make your own chalk paint, Connie. That's fantastic. Okay, someone before, I think she left now, she was saying she added talcum powder or something. So what else have you guys added for your chalk paint? What works well? I've never tried to do that, but I should. Talc. Okay. Not to be done. Where do you get talc? Baking soda? Okay. Plaster of Paris. All right. Maybe I should try this. Never tried it before. Okay, so you buy the talc on Amazon. All right. I'm ready to get a Cricut too, Karen. I want them to send one to me. They do that. If your channel gets big enough, they will send you a free Cricut. I really want one though. $5. And I said, oh, I was just going to use it to craft. Oh, see? That's awesome. Good job, Carol. Yeah, $5 would be a lot for paint. That's awesome. Yeah, they don't want to, she doesn't want to put that back in her garage, you know? And especially if you go on like here, the sales all end on Saturdays. So if you go back on Saturday and they're really desperate to like get rid of their stuff, you know? So baby powder. Okay. I'm going to try this. Jamie from Border Bananas has made her own paint, craft chalk paint as well. So do you guys think if I got a Cricut, so this is what some people experience when they get a Cricut, people get mad because then it's like you're saying you're doing a dollar store craft, but really if you have a Cricut, it's a $400 machine. So not everyone can make, so that's what I worry about. Like if I were to get a Cricut, maybe if I still showed how you can do it without a Cricut and then also with a Cricut, I don't know. If anyone's not familiar, a Cricut is a vinyl cutting machine. And in the DIY world right now, it is like the thing to have because you can make all your own signs and your own stencils. That's what I really wanted for. I mean, signs are great, but I want to be able to make my own stencils. That's fantastic. But I do worry, like, will people get upset if I'm suddenly making crap? Because right now I don't have one. So I'm always showing you like, here's what you can do if you don't have a Cricut, you know, but I wouldn't, you know, I'd be making, I don't know. Just tell me your thoughts on that. I don't know, Jan. I don't know why it's not scrolling. Are you on a computer or on a phone? Really, Kim? Okay. Maybe I should look for a used one. Because I don't need some fancy thing. I just want to be able to cut stencils out. Vintage roots. That would be amazing. You buy talc at the dollar store. Interesting. Okay. You need to keep talking it up, the Cricut, and maybe they'll send you one. I totally should. Cricut, Cricut, Cricut. Send me a Cricut. You're on a computer. I don't know, Jan. That's so weird that you can't scroll. Ooh, that's a good idea, Vintage Vibe. Vintage Vibe says Habitat stores are great for paints and brushes. Karen is asking Jan if you're in the live chat or if you're just seeing comments. You only had to buy a new blade. So I have a question, Kim. So does it still hook up to the internet? Like, or how do you get the patterns and things that you're cutting? Like, how does that work? So a person can do either. That's, yeah, maybe that's what I would do, Nancy. That's weird, Jan. I don't know. People are always updating or they give up using them. You know, I feel that way about my Instapot. I'm an Instapot failure. I bought an Instapot and we used it like 5 times and now I'm going to put it on Marketplace because it's huge. It's taking up space and I'd never use it. So maybe I should look for a Cricut. You guys are so creative. I never think to look for things like that, but I totally should. I totally should look for a Cricut on Marketplace. I'm always on Marketplace. I'm always selling things on Facebook Marketplace. I do have Facebook. I just don't really go on it except for Facebook Marketplace. To get designs. But I have a question. Oh, so yes, the software still connects to the internet, even on the old ones. Okay. Hot Humble Pie has a great video on making your own chalk paint. Okay. I'll have to check her out. I'm going to write that down. Do I have a pen? Hot Humble Pie. I've never heard of that channel. Hey, Molly, do you have a pen? Can you write down the words Hot Humble Pie? It's a channel I need to check out. But I will forget. I wish I could do that, Michelle. I wish I could trade my is Mama J still on here? I wish I could trade my Instapot for a Cricut. That would be amazing. They should have that. Maybe if I sell it, I can start a Cricut fund. But I really do just want them to give me one for free. Mama J must have left. Mama J, now is the time that I could use a sponge brush for sure, and I don't have a clean one. I'm gonna give this one a hot rinse. I'll be right back, guys. I'm still here, you all. I'm still here. I'm just rinsing out a brush. Okay. I'm coming. I promise I'm still here. All right. I think Mama J left, but she was the one that suggested a foam brush. And it didn't work great on my pumpkin, but I think it's going to work really well on this thing. So I should, Cam. That's a good idea, Carol. If someone has like an old Cricut they want to trade me for my Instapot, that'd be amazing. Oh, the foam brush works much better on this, guys. Mama J, I feel sad that she's not here for me to let her know that the foam brush is working lovely on this. Silhouette is the less popular but more versatile. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, I love her channel, Nancy. She's so talented. White Cottage Company. She's very talented. So many talented people on the YouTubes. She has a silhouette. She just got the updated model. Good to know. What, honey? Molly, did you say something? Oh. Daisy. Hey, Gabe. Daisy needs to go out, buddy. The dogs haven't been taken out for their last hurrah of the evening.
Okay.
All right, I'm just catching up on the chat.
Daisy. Wanna go outside?
Jan, did you figure out, is it able to scroll now? Hopefully. Wow, y'all are late night owls. We still have 93 people on here. All right, so I'm using my foam brush. Oh boy, I'm sorry about the dog barking. Daisy, I love you so much. Can you not bark? Sorry guys, that's really loud, I know. I'm doing my second coat on this planter. I'm not being too careful with it because I'm going to paint this white. And that I will do carefully, but. All right. I think this is going to be really pretty. I do almost wish I had done the robin's egg, though. I did the first coat of this before I knew I liked the robin's egg so well. I might do a coat of the robin's egg over that and lighten it up a little bit. I really like that robin's egg color. Look how it dries. I mean, it's still not dry, actually, but you can see what the color looks like. I think that's a really pretty color. So I'm really pleased with that one. 9:27 in Northern California. Yes, I agree. I love upcycling. Oh, good, Jan. I'm glad you figured it out. I wake up around 6:30 usually, and without an alarm. I just don't need a lot of sleep, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So this is what I usually do. I wake up around 6:30. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Oopsie. That's my note. Hot Humble Pie. I'm going to check their chalk paint video out. So I wake up at like 6:30. I usually, I don't go on my phone, check, make sure nothing major is happening in the world. And then I come up and I have my coffee, and then I do my reselling stuff. So if I have like invoices that I need to send or packages that I need to pack, I'll do that early in the morning, and or I'll do YouTube stuff then. And then I usually start my work day around 9. And except on Mondays I go to the post office and I try to get like my errands run. Today I had to take Hannah to school to get some supplies. So then I do my work day. I usually like, work for a few hours and then like somebody needs something. So, it kind of interrupts the day a little bit, but whatever, it is what it is. And then I'll like, sometimes you'll see Molly and I go thrifting or whatever. We'll go, what, honey? Yes, you can definitely say hi. Here's Molly.
Hi, I'm gonna go to bed.
You sound sleepy.
I usually go to bed at like 10.
Molly is not a night
It's
owl.
really late for me. 11:30 is late. Okay, good night.
I love you.
Can we go to a thrift store tomorrow?
Yeah, we can go to a thrift store. We have to work out the timing.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I work. Or
You work?
No, I don't work. I don't work.
Oh,
I'm hanging out with Claire.
okay. Ooh. All right, we'll talk. If not tomorrow, we'll figure it out.
I start school.
I know, but okay, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Because I have to be somewhere at 1:30. I have to
That's
bring
why
her
we
to the
go
beach.
before.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk. That girl. She wants to go thrifting tomorrow, but really I have to work. But they say good night, Molly.
Good night.
Oh my gosh, Jan's dog got attacked. That's terrible. Okay, Napa Valley. We got a lot of Californians because they're still up. So you need to be up in 5 hours. Oh my gosh. Good night, Annette. Good night, Patricia. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so then, I'll do my work day and then cook dinner. And then I usually do like more YouTube and resale stuff in the nighttime, or that's when I'll do like crafting. Although crafting is like, sometimes I'll just do that on the weekends and then I can do several crafts in a row. I don't know. Busy. I like to be busy. Vintage roots. I could not handle all the smoke that you're dealing with. Like I just couldn't do it. My asthma would be going bonkers.
Oh.
Good night, Kim. Yes, Kim. I'll update you guys. You'll probably see it in my fall home tour, which will be September 21st. So I'll make sure I, show it in my home tour on how it all turns out. So, all right, this pumpkin's looking good. I think I'm going to paint the stem. I'm going to give it white chalk paint per Karen's recommendation, and I'll let that dry. And then I'm going to come back with espresso is the color. Because I noticed the pumpkins at Target have dark stems, really dark stems, and I kind of like that look. So, that's what you have to do. That's why I go and I do these shop with me's, but I'm really not shopping to buy a lot of stuff. I'm usually shopping for ideas. Like I do a lot of idea shopping. And then I just always feel like, well, I can make that myself, or I can, figure out how to do something like that with things that I have. So we did not have a lot of money for a very long time. So I've learned to kind of we're doing better now, but I've learned to be very frugal, and kind of use the things that you have and work with what you've got. All right, so I did my coat of white chalk paint on the stem. I'm going to do the same. This one still needs another coat of paint, but I'm going to do the white since I have the brush here. I'm doing the white chalk paint because these pumpkins are so slippery. They're like glass, and I want better adherence of the paint. So I think that this will work better. Uh-oh. What's sad? Polly is saying something makes her sad. Nicole, what brand is the Robin's Egg? Okay, the Robin's Egg paint is from Target. It is handmade modern. And I ordered it online. I think they have paint in the stores, at least they do here in Minnesota. I don't know about like other places, but this is what it looks like. And it's just a very pretty, like in the bottle, it almost isn't as pretty as it turns out. Like it actually comes out like a prettier color, I think. Okay. Oh, are you talking about Jan's dog? Yeah. I do cross stitch, Nancy. I do my cross stitching projects I usually do in the winter time. So when I can't garden anymore, then I usually turn to stitching. And actually this year I have a really cool project. Someone sent me, they found a Holly Hobby wall hanging, half finished. And it's like applique. And so I just received it in the mail. So I'm going to work on that this winter. That's going to be one of my stitchery projects that I do. And then I always have at least one cross stitch project going, but I don't do that a lot in the summer. I usually just do that once the weather turns because I like to be outside gardening. But gardening is now coming to an end. It's a little sad. Always sad when the gardening season kind of ends. All right. Your dad raised you to, yep, make do with what you have. It's true, Carol. Yeah, that is so true, Nancy. So much stuff in the craft closet. You haven't cross-stitched in 30 years? Is that what you're saying, Nancy? Vintage Roots, are you saying the smoke is pretty bad? Oh, Karen, I'm glad I'm helping you relax. Super smoky, okay. Hi, Southern Ireland. Thank you. All right, I think I'm caught up on the chat. What time is it? Oh boy, it's getting late. 7:36. I think I'll go till midnight Central Time, and then I'll jump off. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. This is really fun. I'm going to do my last coat of orange on this one. So, the brush that I like got dipped in blue. So I'm going to try this one. I'll try this brush. Baby calves killed. Oh no, that's terrible, Polly. Hi, Evelyn. Thank you. Welcome. Good night, Connie's Nails and Creative Creations. All right. Here we go. Doing another coat on this one. I am not loving my brush situation. The brush that I really liked is now icky. Welp. The orange paint definitely did not adhere as well on the very slippery pumpkin. So I might have to do another coat in the morning, like let it cure overnight and then do another coat in the morning. Oh, I don't want to touch my white stem. Good night, Connie. That's smart, Carol. Oopsie. Carol, my blessed nest, what are your favorite kind of videos to make? I'm just curious. Like, where do you foresee your channel taking on more of a focus, or do you think you'll keep it like, varied content? I'm just curious. I like to hear everyone's thoughts on this, YouTubers. All right, I'm going to set the orange aside. This is how the aqua one's looking. So I'm going to go in once this is dry. Oh, that is some fast drying chalk paint. I'm going to do another coat of the chalk paint real quick, the white, just to make sure it gets really covered well. And then I'll go in with my brown. Oh, and I definitely just got white on the blue. That's okay. There are no mistakes in art. That's what my middle school art teacher used to tell us. I'm like, well, then why are there grades in art? There's no mistakes. Okay. Thrift hauls are your fave. So, Carol, do you ever think you'd just have a thrifting channel? Like, or a thrifting and thrift decor? Yes, I'm very pleased with the Aqua Jan. That one is called Aquamarine by Apple Barrel. This guy looks like he could use one more coat, not with the white brush. Not with the white. Hi, Peggy Ann. Wow, Peggy Ann, you're up really late. She's in Vermont. So it's 12:30 there, huh? Are you a night owl? You must be. Or maybe you work late? Can't sleep. I'm sorry. I do, Nancy. Sometimes I touch them up with paint. Sometimes I just craft with them, and then I like put them in like I'll hide the chips creatively with like a flower or bell or depending on what it is. So, but I have touched up figurines as well. A lot of the figurines I buy when they're like broken. A lot of times it's the ones I find at the Goodwill outlet bins, and they're like trashed. It's more than just a little chipped paint. So. All right, the paint went on really nicely to this one. I am going to be making a wreath for my front door. That's my next that'll probably be the next actual DIY video that I post. Because last year I love the wreath that I made last year, but it's the red truck. And so I'm not even going to get rid of it because I like it so much. I'm going to hold on to it because I might bring that back, at some other time. I'm going to make a completely different wreath. And I'm doing like one that I saw, I forget what store I saw it at, but I'm doing a look for less. It's not part of a challenge or whatever, but basically I'm duping something that I saw that was really expensive that, way more than I want to spend. Okay, I'm catching up on the chat. Also, you've considered getting into thrifting to sell. My Blessed Nest, it's fun. I like selling stuff. It's fun. I mean, I've been selling stuff since wow. Oh, that's not true. 2001. 2001 is when I started my eBay account. And I've always enjoyed reselling. Always done it very part-time. But it's fun. It lets you thrift more because then you can buy so now if I see something and I love it, but I have nowhere to use it, I can pick it up and pass it on. So, I mean, I'm not doing it to, make an income. Like I keep my prices pretty low, but it's fun. Oh, so you used to sell on eBay. Nice. Peggy Ann, you will, what kind of things do you think you might sell? Are you going to do vintage or clothing or? I'm catching up on the chat here. It is true. I will tell you, Carol, my Blessed Nest, that I do feel like my channel, not growing like numbers wise, but definitely like views wise. My videos have been getting more views since I've been doing mostly thrift related videos on this on my main channel. So I definitely think it helped that. I was telling the people here, I don't know if you're here for this part of the conversation, that I would lose a lot of subscribers, like if on my thrifting channel, if I would post like a DIY or a decluttering video or whatever, like I would lose a lot of subscribers. So I think it's helped to separate the content a little bit, and it gives me a little less stress. Vintage and antique smalls. I love selling smalls because they're easy to ship. To shop for. Okay, this pumpkin is giving me a little bit of trouble. The orange one, for some reason, the paint did not adhere as well. Maybe I didn't put enough chalk paint into it. But it seems to be having more issues than the other one. But I am going to, so I have this, and it did take very nicely. Like the paint took very nicely, but I think I like the robin's egg blue, this like little, this slightly lighter color so much that I think I want to make it a little, I want to actually do a top coat of this and kind of cover up some of that. I don't know. It's just going to tone it down a bit. I think it'll be pretty. Because I think I like the robin's egg just a little bit better. But then it'll blend a little, you know, some of the darker will show through a little bit. So, because my brush is not completely clean. So I'm okay with like a little like streaking almost. That's pretty. I really like this robin's egg color. And again, I'm not being too careful with this because I'm going to paint that white. That will be the white part. And the foam brush is doing wonders on this surface. It's working very well. Much better than the brush did. Than the like regular paintbrush. Maple flavored cookies are delicious. Thank you, Jan. Carol, you could start niching down by just like eliminating one type. I noticed you do a lot of like organizing. Like, is that an interest area of yours? Fairhaven, Connecticut. Is that Fairhaven, Connecticut, Peggy? It's getting cold already? Really? Is that what you mean? Tell me if that's what, or do you mean Vermont? You love to organize. See, if it's something you love, Vermont. Oh, wow. Okay. You are way north. I just think that thrifting and organizing, in my experience, now this is just my experience, thrifting and organizing don't make friends on, like, don't seem to attract the same audience. That was my experience. Like, by and large, like, more than any other type of video, when I would post an organizing video, I would lose subscribers. I don't know if it's because, like, do people feel guilty because they like to thrift and so they think I'm telling them they shouldn't have stuff, which is totally not true. I'm definitely a maximalist. Like, I always thought it was cool to post, you know, organizing videos because then it's like, how do you manage your stuff when you're a maximalist, you know? But I don't know. They were not received well for me, but maybe, I don't know why. I don't know why. This one definitely needs another coat. Oh. I've got so many dirty paintbrushes. Oh, I should really like reuse. I'm going to rinse this one. I'm going to be right back, you all. I'm going to be right back. I'm just rinsing my brush. I'm coming, I promise. Okay. Here I am. I'm back. I just needed to, I really like this brush. It's very large, but it really works well. Makes me feel like an artist, you know, getting punchy here. But I just needed to rinse it off. So thank you, Hillary. Yeah. So now when I do them, I just put them on my home and garden channel and then no one gets offended. 46 degrees yesterday morning. That is so cold. Holy cow. Is that normal, Peggy Ann? Like, does it always get that cold that early? That is so early. Ah, thank you, Vintage Roots. You are so sweet. I am glad you like those. Again, I'm happy to have the Home and Garden channel to put those on, because those were other ones that people really didn't like. Like, if you look at my view, where my view counts went during the pandemic when I couldn't thrift, it got like, I was getting really low views on like family vlogs, because that was all that I could do. You know, it's like, I can't go thrifting, I'm stuck in my house. And I thought it was a nice way to stay connected with people, but apparently not everyone thought so. But that's fine. You know, you can't make everyone happy. And ultimately, I always say this to Chris. I'm like, if I have grumpy people that don't like my family, go somewhere else, you know? Like, I don't know. My family is part of who I am. And so they're going to turn up on my channel. Someone called, some people have said unkind things about my family before on my videos. And I'm just like, really? Are you serious right now? Because this is ridiculous. Why are you saying that about my family? But like, go watch someone else. I don't need people watching that are unkind. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, guys. And that's why I keep posting them. Like, the people who care, like, I never want to have a channel. So I've had people say, like, I want you to just show the things. I don't want to see your face so much. And I'm like, I don't want, like, I'm not on YouTube just to show things. Like, I don't want to not matter. Like, I'm here for, like, we're having a relationship, you know, like, I've got, even though it's virtual, I feel like I know a lot of you, you know, and I mean, it, like, I don't want to just be someone who buys stuff and shows the stuff and I don't matter to you, you know, like, I like having a relationship with the people who watch the videos. And you know, I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally fine. It's just like, that's the kind of channel that I want to have, though, you know. So I used to get a little more upset than now. I'm just kind of like, whatever, that's fine. I know I'm not your cup of tea. That's okay. Go watch someone else, you know. It's a free country. No one's making you watch Nicole Northgarden. You would be so surprised, Vintage Roots, at what people will say on YouTube. Like, I usually delete the comments as soon as I see them, mostly because they upset my subscribers. Like, a lot of my subscribers will see the rude comments and they just get very upset. And I'm like, I don't even want you to feel upset, because I'm not upset. You know what I mean? So I'll just delete them. But it's been impressive, the things that people are willing to say on YouTube. Thank you, Carolina. Am I saying that right? Is it Carolina or Carolina? Dalton. I don't like saying names wrong. Aw, thanks, Jan. I am blessed. They've turned out well. I think we've been very blessed. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. And that's the other thing is, like, you know, for every rude comment you get so much kindness. So I try not to worry about it. I try not to sweat it. You know, if someone really makes me mad, I'll send the comment to like Robin and Jamie, who have been doing this for years, and they're like, don't sweat it, and they make me feel better about it. So, but yeah. YouTube is definitely not for like a thin skinned. You got to have a little bit of a thick skin to put yourself out there, because people just are willing to say a lot of things to you. So you just can't let it get you. And I always tell at the end of the day, I'm like, this is not real life. Like, Gabe and Hannah and Molly and Maddie and Chris, that is real life. And at the end of the day, that's where my like energy and focus has to be. And so if YouTube becomes a thing where, like, I don't know, say it's like changing my mood in such a way that I'm not able to be a good mom or wife or whatever, then I would give it up, you know? So, but I try not to let it affect me, because I don't want it to affect them. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Oh, yeah. I hear you, Vintage Roots. I used to snark back at people. And, you know, to be honest, like sometimes I will, if there's a really rude comment, I will say something and then they will get the response and then I just delete the whole comment so no one even has to read the exchange. But like sometimes people have just, or if I see something on like someone else's channel, like, no, you know, there's just certain lines you should not cross. And when I see people cross those, I will respond. But yes, I totally agree with you, Peggy Ann. I think there is so much more kindness on YouTube than there is, you know, but they always say that thing about one bad apple and like that's the loudest voice sometimes in our heads. But that's why I always remind myself, like, for if I get a mean comment or someone says something rude, I'm like, just go back and read all the loving and kind things that people say and you just about it. So that'd be my advice to you, Vintage Roots, is like when you get those mean comments, don't even let them like take up your life moments. Like it's not even worth it. You just go and you read the kind comments and just try to let it roll off. I know it's hard. It's very hard. And it was shocking. Like I was very upset the first few times when it happened to me, but now I'm kind of used to it. I agree, Kim. I totally agree with you. And I'm like, you know, do they not realize, like, I don't know. I'm one who I just think that, you know, God is watching us and he's seeing what we're doing and what the heck, like just because like you're anonymous to the internet, you're not anonymous to him. I don't know. It's like, what are you doing? I don't know why people act the way they do. Thank you, Vintage Roots. Oh, thank you, Trina. I watch Robin and more. Yeah. Oops, I missed a comment about Menards. Let's see. Oh, Nancy, I love that store so much. I actually need to go this week. I love Menards so much. Kim, do you have Menards where you are? Do you have? Who has Menards? I know it's not just Minnesota. Oh, you're supposed to get Menards. Okay. I've heard it's in Ohio. Someone told me it's in Ohio. It's in Wisconsin. No, Vintage Roots. I will have holiday items, but I'll have fall, I will have Christmas, and then I'll have just regular vintage and modern pieces. It's kind of a mishmash. Not here in Maine. Okay, you have it in Ohio. Carol, are you in Pennsylvania or are you in Ohio? I'm getting confused now. Why did I think you were in Pennsylvania?
Oh, all right. Want to get the chain shot out of the other one?
Why did I think you were in Pennsylvania? I don't know why I thought that. All right, before we close up, I have 5 minutes. I'm gonna turn my live stream off at midnight, but I'm gonna show you real quick. I have painted the stem white, and I'm gonna come in with a little brush, and I am going to paint. So I started with the coat of chalk paint, as was recommended by me, but not by me, to me. And then I'm going to come in with my espresso paint because I was saying I saw a lot of the pumpkins at Target have dark stems this year. So I'm going to see what I think about this. It's definitely going to need at least 2 coats. I can tell by how it's going on. Definitely going to need at least 2 coats. So I'm painting acrylic on top of chalk right now. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. And I'll probably come in with another brown after the dark is dry, like just to give it some depth. And I will actually probably also do a little of my antique glaze on the pumpkins just to, you know, because pumpkins aren't totally clean. Just to give them a little more of I mean, they're also not blue, I guess, but, but just to give them a little bit more life-like dirt. So, and a little more of a rustic feel. I will come in with the antique glaze. That's a Rust-Oleum product that I use a lot. So anyway, that's the dark stem. That'll need at least 2 coats. And I think I can do these. This orange pumpkin has given me a little bit of trouble. You can kind of see like the paint. I don't know. I'm going to let it cure overnight and then do another coat. But I'm going to do the stem while I have my brush dirty. Good night, Jan. Okay, Peggy Ann, I will have to tell that story.
I feel like we just have to be insanely good to be able to.
Okay, the farthest east they are is Ohio. Good to know. I love Menards. It is a great store. I got some pillows for my, I think you guys saw that in a video. They're like this orange color, but in a buffalo check. Oh man, I love them so much. And Chris, you know, Chris doesn't notice a lot of my decor. Gabe actually notices my decor more than Chris. But even Chris noticed these pillows and really likes them. So that was fun. It's not that he doesn't care. He just doesn't see it. He's so funny. I love that guy. All right. So that's my first coat. That looked really bad on screen, but it actually looks better in person. It is a little messy, but you know, it's fine. It's a pumpkin stem. It's not supposed to be perfect. Okay, I will do a second coat on those probably tomorrow. So, oh, I'm getting paint everywhere. All right. Lauren doesn't usually see your decor either. That's so funny. Well, thank you guys. Thanks so much. Wow. There was a blooper. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. And you'll see these pumpkins turn up in my home tour, which I am doing on the 21st of September. I'm going to be putting up lots of my fall decor this week. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I will definitely I'll do this again. We'll definitely do some more live crafting. Vintage Roots, email me. Maybe we can put something together with StreamYard. That would be fun. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Good night. Everyone sleep well.